Yeah, hi there, and these comments, I'm going to just use your initials CY, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And in your situation, so you say, first, I'd like to explain my situation in order to get your best advice. I've just finished my undergraduate. You want to say, I have just finished my undergraduate degree, and I would say, and am desiring to get in a graduate program which requires 100 points on the TOEFL as minimum. My plan is to take the exam in December, although the deadline application is February because earlier application is strongly encouraged. In this case, I have 3 months to prepare. I must say I've not taken a TOEFL exam before. However, I have attended. I wouldn't say have attended there, so I would say attended. You're having a little bit of trouble differentiating between the present perfect and the simple past. So I'd like you to go to Google and learn more about this because you need to overcome this language use problem if you want to score higher on the TOEFL. So going to Google, type in the keywords. What is the difference between the present perfect and the simple past tenses in English? Right? And do some study on that. And then come back to this message that you wrote. You say, after studying a bit of structure of the exam, I'm worried about the speaking and writing parts due to the short time given, as I really need time to formulate sentences to express ideas. For example, you say, this comment is going to take me 20 minutes writing it. I am aware that getting some feedback when practicing these 2 sections will be more than helpful. It will. And remember, when you complete speaking and writing practice sets on my website, I need to tell you there's one basic rule that I have, is only send me one speaking and 1 writing practice test each day. That's it. Now, if you go 3 or 4 days without taking a writing or practice test, on that next day you cannot send me 4 speaking and 4 writing on that day. So you can complete them on a day-to-day basis or whenever you want, but just send me 1 practice test each day. That gives me enough time to grade your practice tests along as the other students in my online TOEFL course. Alright, so you say, moreover, I have to prepare for the GRE at the same time as well, which can be challenging, but I'm not going to work or study anything else for these 3 months. All in all, do you think that it's possible for me to get at least 100 on the TOEFL if I take your course in spite of the fact that I am, you want to say here, studying the GRE simultaneously? Alright, so I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what your baseline is right now. So honestly, I cannot say. I mean, I think you can achieve 100, but the question is, can you do it in 3 months? Now, if your TOEFL score right now is around 80 to 90, I would say yes. If your TOEFL score right now is between 50 and 60, I would say no. But I don't know what your TOEFL score is now. I mean, you say that you attended a B2 English course 2 years ago, but that doesn't really tell me a lot of information now. So I'm going to say I don't know, honestly. I cannot answer that question. You say, secondly, I have some questions related with your system. It is attractive in as much as, very good word there, in as much as, a very formal word, kind of has a cause-effect connection. You say focuses on vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar at the beginning, which are the basis of any language. Yes, that's exactly why I did that. You say, but does your system have a particularly effective way to learn new words? I'm going to say no, not really. Basically, in my online TOEFL course, when you go to the grammar part of my course, you'll have lesson 3, which helps you master 200 words. The only way you're going to learn these words is to go through the lessons, complete the reading, the listening, the grammar practice, all those exercises. You have to go through the 150-page ebook before you learn the words. I mean, I don't know how effective it is. If you're looking for some magical, incredible software program that's going to help you learn the words in my course, the answer is no, I don't have anything like that, but I do have a good ebook that can help you learn the words. But that's not enough. the vocabulary part of my course will help you learn 1,700 college level words. So you also need to complete vocabulary lesson number 4, vocabulary lesson number 5, and vocabulary lesson number 6. But the only way you're going to learn these words, my advice is to take the words and to write them onto note cards. Put one word on each note card. On the back of each note card, you have to put the sample sentence that you see at my website, along with the definition, right? And any other important things that you think will help you learn the word, and you have to start studying those words. So it's hard work. If you're willing to work hard, you can improve your vocabulary, I think, by going through the vocabulary section of my course. All right, so those are my answers to that last part of your message there. You say, secondly, I have some questions related with your system. You say, but does your system, no, it says, how long does it take to get feedback of each speaking or writing submission? I think I've answered that before. If you post a speaking practice test in my VoxyPot group or you email it to me for me to listen to and evaluate, it usually takes me about 24 hours, maybe a little bit longer if I get a lot of submissions in one day. So that's it. Now, the writing practice test that you submit, I have a teaching assistant who has graded thousands and thousands of writing practice tests. It usually takes him maybe 1 or 2 days before he reads and scores and then sends you comments back. So you're looking at probably 1 or 2 days to get feedback on your speaking and writing practice tests. All right, you say, will there be interaction between students? No, not really. So you don't really see me face to face. You'll be going to my website and going through the different lessons in my course independently, and then when you're ready, you can complete vocabulary, grammar, reading and listening practice tests directly at my website. My website will score those immediately, and like I said, with the pronunciation, speaking and writing practice tests, it usually takes me a couple of days, 1 or 2 days, for me to respond to those. That's kind of how it works. Does that make sense? So I apologize. I can't exactly answer all of your questions because I don't really know what your TOEFL score is right now. I do have, if you want to do this, once you join my course, I have in the H section of my course, I have a link to a website which offers full-length IBT practice tests. The practice test is 5.5 hours long. It's very similar to the actual TOEFL exam, just as boring, just as hard. If you want to take a practice test, right, by going to the H section of my course, you'll get a bit of a discount. I think it's about $34 to do that. Then once you take the practice test and get your results back, then you can come back to me and ask me the same question. The question is, Michael, you'll say, based on my TOEFL score right now, my practice score, which is, and my subtotals in the reading, listening, speaking, and writing, which are, so you're going to tell me your overall score and your subtotal scores, and then I can tell you if you can reach this goal in 3 months. I can probably be pretty accurate at that point. All right? Anyway, thank you very much for your questions. And maybe one more thing about payments. My course is pretty much free to you. The $38 payment that you pay on a monthly basis, this simply covers the operating costs of my website, and I have to pay my teaching assistant $11 an hour to help me manage my course and to grade any writing practice tests that you submit. So that's what that payment is. So you can look at my course almost as a nonprofit organization helping students all over the world improve their academic English language proficiency. I know that you and many other students are on a tight budget, so I want to keep things inexpensive. And remember that the $38 payment that you pay, this does not cover the full-length IBT practice test that I want you to take. That will cost you an additional $34 to take that practice test, but it's a lot cheaper than paying $200 and taking the official TOEFL exam. Am I right? All right, CY? Anyway, thank you very much, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.